Alright, welcome back everyone. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic there. Today I have for you two games, and they are two games where I would honestly call myself a seller, or a sellout, or whatever you like to call it there. And the reason why is because I spawned on the other side of the map compared to where my teammates spawned. But no, the reason why I spawned on this side of the map is because I was away from my controller there. And I decided to go to the parking lot, and when I came back to my controller, everyone else was at the box. But hey, we'll try our best to get back to our teammates there. This game specifically, a lot of not great things happened. Like, I didn't play the best, but you'll see what ends up happening. So I thought that I could get the jump on these two guys here, Shoto and Dobby, but it looks like the Shoto was prepared for me. So now I'm engaging a 2v1, all by myself, which isn't the best thing to do, especially at low levels here. Honestly, I would say that I did pretty well fending from myself there, but things happen. Like there, for example, if he had punished me for missing, I would have died. But luckily he didn't. And another fortunate thing for me is that my teammate used a team heal for me. And I guess because the Shoto was low there, he decided to leave the fight. And it was just Dobby versus Momo. And technical Dobby does not win against Momo in a 1v1. And bro, there's no way that ice hit me. I'm certain of it. There's no way I touched that ice. But hey, we're still alive. We made it out of our first fight there, and now I'm still trying to get back to my team there. It's taking a while, but we're gonna end up there eventually. And luckily for me, the Shoto that I was fighting decided to leave me alone. I did take a rest stop to heal, because I noticed that they downed whoever they were fighting. But then it looks like they found themselves in another fight, So luckily I was able to catch them before, the fight really started. But I didn't have any team heals to use for them, unfortunately. And there I was looking for the perfect opportunity to use my cannons there, but it looks like the time that it took me to get into the best position, my Deku teammate went down. So yeah, not the best play on my end, but hey, we got a double down thanks to our cannons there. But at the same time, my Dobby teammate went down. And this Momo did really well to stop me from taking out her Dobby teammate. I was about to finish him, but she canceled my shield with her own shield. And that gave him enough time to get back up. So yeah, now it's just me by myself, because there's no way I can get to my Dobby before he dies there. And I wanted to make a mad dash for his revive token, but that team is still there. And they're not gonna leave me alone. And I was basically forced to use my plus ultra, otherwise I would have died. So luckily I had it. And the best thing to do when someone is chasing you and you're in closed areas is to wall off their paths using your cannons. And that's why the Momo stopped following me. I knew they were still there, so of course I used my cannon and did some nice damage to them. But they didn't want me to grab my Dobby's card at all, so I had to stay in the storm for a little while. And luckily I had enough greens there, but I guess our Deku had enough of watching me, so he decided to leave. But thankfully my Dobby is still here, so at least I have one teammate. I was going to go out of the storm, but then I noticed that they were still there, so I decided, hey, I'm going to stay in the storm a little bit longer. And that's where I get myself another revive card and a bunch of other stuff, thanks to my lucky bag. And instead of going straight down that path towards UA, I decided to go towards the left, because at least I knew they weren't over there. So we finally made it out of the storm, and I can finally revive my teammate there. But we're gonna have quite a difficult time making any progress, honestly. You know, there's still 5 other teams alive, and we're down 1 person. And my mind, or my mindset at this time was, I need to get back at that Momo Dabi Shigaraki team. And fortunately for me, I did see that Dabi again. The same Dabi from earlier. And I see him opening a box. So as soon as it opens, I knock him down with my alphas and I steal the level up card. Which was funny. I think at the time I was laughing so hard. But yeah, since he's a technical Dabi, he can't really do anything to chase me. And it looks like we have another Deku in this lobby with the Black Whip Glitch. Well, we didn't have much time to loot up earlier, so I guess this is the best time to do so. You know, get our level 9 cannon ASAP. And that same team was opening that box there, and I did get a couple of nice hits on them with my cannons. But I wanted to flank them with some more cannons, but unfortunately the Shigaraki-san. So I decided it wasn't worth it to push them any further, and I decided to go back into the UA building. And I think this Shoto is the one that we came across earlier. So we kind of got our get back against him. Yeah, I believe, this is the same Shoto. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was only one Shoto in this lobby. Alright, so we are decently leveled up. We don't have our level 9 alpha, but that's okay. We can make do with our level 6 there. And it seemed like no matter where it was that we went, we would always run into that Momo Dabi Shigaraki team. And I kept getting, lots of damage done on them, but I was never able to take any of them out, which was annoying. Someone went into the UA building that my Dabi riddled with traps, and they ended up going down from it, which was funny. I guess he didn't have his special action, because executing a Dabi like that is very risky. And then here I see a bunch of people fighting, so I say to myself, hey, this is the perfect time to use cannons. But the worst enemy of Momo's cannons is technical Dabi's Gamma, because it just stops all of my shots. And then here we are fighting that same team again. I didn't react fast enough to seeing the Momo use her shield, because if I had reacted fast enough, I definitely wouldn't have jumped and used my alphas there. I'm not really sure why, but in this match it felt like I just had to stay in the storm for extended periods of time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get my heals off where I needed to. And this is also one of my bad habits, but against Strike Dobby there, I really need to stop pushing him with my alphas because I always get punished when the alpha explodes on me. Did I say alpha? I meant to say gamma. But yeah, here we're in a pretty tough spot. We're almost dead. Luckily, no one was really focusing me down specifically, so we were able to get to a safe spot after knocking this Deku away, and we were able to heal ourselves up. So I feel like in this stage of the match, I really did play a support role, you know, making sure we were full on health, not dying. So I feel like I made up for the fact that I spawned away from my team in the beginning. But, hey, who knows? Maybe at this point they'll forgive me. Or at least the Dobby will. Yeah, that was a very risky combo from me there. Because you could see that the Dobby still had his Gamma active. And it could have exploded on me. And at this point I hear a bunch of people running above me. So just to make sure we know where everyone is, I'm pinging where they are. Initially I was gonna go up there to climb and see if I can fight someone, but then I saw my Dobby there taking a lot of damage, so I said, hey, time to heal up. Make sure he doesn't die. That's why I have these team heals after all. Strike Dobby being Strike Dobby, just mash your beta, you know? If all else fails, just mash your beta. When in doubt, beta it out. So I believe that was my last team heal there. So we're gonna have to make do with whatever we have. There, my cannon placement wasn't the best, because I knew he was gonna want to leave the building there. But I guess that's okay. So we did end up downing someone with our cannons there. And it wasn't on purpose, but hey, a down is a down. And it was honestly a good down because it was on the Momo from earlier. So while I didn't get to take out the other team that I wanted to take out, at least we got one of them out of the game. So now it's just a 2v2. Me and my Dobby versus that Dobby and the Deku there. But we ended up downing the Deku. And it looks like I was really out for blood because I went out of my way to use a blue card to get him out of the game. But GG. Now for this next match, I don't think I sold as hard as I did in the other one there, but we still did have some selling points, honestly. I was fighting against this Bakugo for the loot there, and he did end up taking one of the level up cards that I wanted, but hey, it happens. On the old map, the fire zone is honestly my favorite place to spawn, just because of the amount of buildings that there are. Anyways, I noticed that there were two Tsuyus and I didn't know which one was which, so I swung at whichever one I saw first. Then eventually we figured out which one was which. I'm not sure if that Toga knew this, but if she is transformed as Tsuyu and she camouflages, we can still see her, you know? Like, pretty easily. And that's why she was taken out so quickly. And this Dobby tries to help his teammate there, but, you know, Momo versus Technical Dobby. Need I say more? Yeah, he doesn't win that matchup. Alright, so now that that fight is done, we have the rest of the Fire Zone all to ourselves. The selling hasn't happened yet. You know, at this point, I'm still a good teammate, you know? A teammate that helped his team succeed, you know? But it does happen later on. I'm such a seller that I didn't even grab that red beta for my Shigaraki. Might see you had to do it for me. I don't know what was happening with me. Maybe I was sick or something. No, I wasn't sick. But anyways, now we're making our way over to the aquatic zone, and I see a Momo opening the box, so I'm like, hey, cannon time. And she tried to cannon me, but you know, you can't use a cannon if someone is right in front of you. And, you know, Momo's nerfed beta right in our face. Yep, she got shot in the back, and that's why she died, unfortunately. I'm still mad that Momo can be shot in the back, but nothing I can do about it. Now there's another Momo. I'm not sure why there were so many. Oh, I know why. Because she's the coolest character ever. That's why there's so many Momos. No, I'm joking. Yeah. I'm not really sure why. It was so bad of me. I think at the time I told myself, hey, I did all the damage, so I deserve all of that loot. I didn't have to take everything like that. Oh well. What's done is done. Can't change the past. I'm not sure why it took me so long to aim that cannon. But yeah, when I saw that Endeavor uses Gamma, I'm like, yeah, you're done, bro. And he had his plus ultra. I'm not sure what happened to his beta there, it just kind of disappeared. But yeah, this Endeavor needs to stop using his Gamma, bro, because that's why he's dying. Oh yeah, I just remembered, I forgot to mention this, but my friend Gokarn Gregory was in this lobby. We didn't actually come into contact with each other that much in this match, but I still knew that he was here. I'm surprised that I still got hit by that Kirishima beta. I thought it was out of range. So right now I'm focusing on this Kirishima because in my opinion, Momo does really well against Kirishima to the point where it's almost unfair, honestly. So I'm like, let me take advantage of that. But then once he goes up, I can't follow him. And while I'm chasing him, my team just dies. They're just done. So yeah, that's where I sold yet again. Gregory killed my team. And for some reason, instead of running to Mitsuyu to revive her, I'm like, let me run literally anywhere else. And then this Kirishima decides to follow me into the storm. And I'm like, bro, really? It's not that serious. So once we're out of the storm, I decide, hey, let's lock in. I'm taking you out of the game. And there we go. Against the Kirishima, who is very trigger happy with his betas, all you have to do is dodge at the right time. That's it. So I'm not sure if at this point I made up for the fact that I didn't help my team there, but hey, at least I'm still alive. That's the most important thing, right? Not being dead. Okay, so yet again, we go into the storm to grab our teammate's ticket there. Seven revive cards. It's not like I need all of them. But I guess they're good to have in case anything happens. Okay, so we make it out of the storm, and just like in the last game, we're reviving our team. I had a bunch of items that I wanted to give them, so I wanted to go to a safe spot that wasn't in the storm. So we do kind of help to get our teammates leveled up again. But it would have been nice if our Tsuyu came over here too. Because it's kind of hard for Momo to chase after a Tsuyu. So when she jumped down, I'm like, you know what? I've given up. Let me just drop everything and then you can have them. I'm not sure what this Toga was doing. Did you not see me there? Because of that little hill there, it messed up my melee combo. And I ended up doing two of the first part of my melee combos twice in a row. Alright. So 3 teams left in this small circle. Nothing that we can't handle, you know? I think my team was the only full team left. Both of the other teams had members missing. But at least this time I had some team heals in my inventory, so if anything happened I could use them. I realized that that was Gregory there, and what I wanted to do initially was knock him back into the safe zone. But then I realized that I knocked him the wrong way, so I'm like, my bad. And then I just left him. And that Toga ate every single bit of my cannon there. So the last person alive is this random Bakugo, but there's not much he can do, even with Plus Ultra. Oh, he's not the last one. I think it was a Kirishima, actually. He tried to beta away, but unfortunately the explosion was too big for my Gamma there, and he dies.